Hi everyone. Um, this is Voyager or Antonio. It's my birthday today, December 4th. I'm doing this without a script or anything. Just wanted to talk about this. I've been thinking a lot about or wanted to make videos talking about things. I guess just like little journals or like diaries. Um, but I don't know. I don't really talk to people or to anyone, so this feels weird. Uh, but I guess I'll continue. I don't like the sound of my voice, and I'm really, I guess, debating on whether I should record this or not. Or I don't even know where to begin. Um, it's I think people on my Twitter and on my Blue Sky account already know basically what's been going on in the past 2 weeks. What's been going on for years, but it's been really bad in the last 2 weeks. And I haven't really talked about it much on YouTube or on TikTok. So on Monday night, this last Monday, um, I was really contemplating suicide, and I I promised someone, and I tried really hard to not hurt myself anymore. Um, but I ended up cutting cutting my arm a lot on that night, and I didn't realize just how far up my arm it went, like to the back of my hand. And so, since it's winter now, I could wear long sleeve hoodies. So I just thought I would wear that all day, and it would hide it. Um, and then wait, no, I think no, I did that on Sunday night, and on Monday night I was drawing, and I had my arm up, and my hoodie's sleeve was kind of like going down, and it revealed some of the cut. And my mom walked in and she saw, but she didn't tell me at first until later when she messaged me talking about it, that she saw that I was trying to hide that I was cutting myself. And I've done that well, several times this year, but my mom only called me once back in I want to say around May, maybe May or June. So she didn't know, and then well, she asked me if I was cutting myself again, and well, I didn't know what to do, and she started messaging me to answer her, and well, I told her, well, yeah, that I did, and that she started asking me why, and I didn't I don't want to tell her, and I still don't want to tell her. Um, we're not really close. We've never been. So she told me that she was gonna ask for help or call someone, and that was that. So yesterday, which was Tuesday in the morning, my mom said that I was gonna go to some like a behavioral health building or something, and I didn't want to go, but I ended up. But I would like to argue with anyone, so I went, and well, I talked to someone there, uh, hardly about anything, but they scheduled me with they made tons of appointments, and today I had another one. So they told me that it was gonna be um, today early in the morning. So last night I don't have a car, so I needed to use my mom's car, and she uses it for going to work. So she goes to work at 4 a.m. and my little brother he stays at like a daycare that then takes him to his school later. So I was busy drawing, and I realized that it was like 1 a.m. last night, and I was only gonna get like 3 hours of sleep. So well, that it stresses me when I run out of time, or I spend too much time drawing and I have to stop because I lose that motivation later. So I prefer to just when I start drawing to finish it in the same day, I guess. So I had to try to go to sleep, and I couldn't because I wasn't tired, or I have like insomnia. So even if I'm tired, I still can't really. I struggle sleeping. So I only got like maybe like an hour of sleep, and my mom was messaging me if I could that I could take her car to the appointment today. Um, but that I would have to take her first to work uh, at 4 a.m. and then I'll stay here, and then once it's time for the appointment, I'll drive over there, and then after I'll go and pick her up from her work. So she was messaging me if I was ready to go in the morning, and she almost left because I was sleeping, so I jolted awake, and well, I wasn't too happy. I only got like an hour of sleep, and I had to. She wanted me to drive, so um, I don't like driving when I'm half awake, but and I didn't have enough time to drink a coffee or anything. So when I was gonna leave, well, it's been a lot of things that happened today. So she has her pair of keys, and I have mine, and she she wanted me to. Well, I usually take my keys all the time, even if I was gonna have the keys for the car. So it also has a house key, so I don't really need them. But when I started searching for them, I noticed that I couldn't find the keys, and my brother sleeps in the same room, so I had to wake him up and ask him if he knew where the keys were because he was the one that last had them yesterday. So we started looking for the keys, and my mom started getting a little angry that I was taking too long, even after I already woke up late. Um, so that already stressed me out even more. And well, right now it's 9 p.m. now, and we still haven't found the keys. And well, today since I used my mom's car that has the house keys, I don't need them. But on the other days that she does use the car, I rely on my keys, so I'm not sure what I need to find them basically. Um, right, so I drove them to the I drove my brother to daycare and I drove my mom to her work, and I came back and the I got a few hours of sleep after that at least, but it was like 2 or 3. So I still woke up pretty tired, and I really wanted to go back to sleep, but I decided to wake up, but I was running late again, so I had to basically speed run my morning routine, and from there I had to drive to the therapy area. It's like a building. I'm not sure if it's like a hospital or something. So I live in the next to the border to Mexico, and it's like a little collection of towns here. So there's like it's called the Imperial Valley. There's like 4 or 5 like different towns here. I live in one that's around in the middle. So like for most there's like a bigger town in the towards I guess one in the middle, and that's where mostly everything is at. And then there's like little towns that are like around it. So I live on top of where the middle is, so the therapy centers in the middle of that town. So I have to drive it's like maybe 20 miles from here, and it gets well, in the middle it's more like a city almost. So I don't like driving. There's a lot of traffic, so and I have to do that same thing. Like my college is over there, so if I can take the car, I have to take buses. So I had to drive from my town towards the other one, and I was already running late, so I had to. I don't like driving too fast, so I was driving there, and there was a lot of traffic, and well, that wasn't too bad. It's annoying, but it's not like a big deal, I guess. So I get to the clinic, and the parking lot's like completely filled. So I had to loop back around, and I had to go a few blocks from there, and I had to do like I have to go a circle back around. It's next to the highway, so I have to go back into the highway or the freeway, and go in again. So I went around, came back again, and it was still I couldn't find any parking areas. So I had to drive and park in front of a church. I think that was like 2 or 3 blocks away. So and I was like 10. It was 10 minutes into my appointment, so I had to basically run to to the clinic, or I just call it the clinic, I guess. And so that I went in, and I guess that wasn't too bad. Uh, I had to talk to a therapist, and well, I wanted to be honest because I've taken therapy before, and I feel like it didn't really help, and that was mostly because I lied about a lot of things, and well, I made it seem like it wasn't I was doing fine. So well, if I want to get help, I need to be honest. So I was honest about everything, and they scheduled to they scheduled me next to meet with a nurse, I think, next Thursday, and then I have to meet another psychiatrist, and then from there we'll see what they do. But they told me that that everything was confidential except for the things I mentioned about well, like self harm, and uh, how often I get suicidal thoughts, uh, and I talked about my first attempt on May 13th of this year. So he told me that he's gonna have to report that to some, I guess, the state or the government there. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that yet. Um, but I guess it's important that I'm honest about it. So I guess we'll see what happens there. But that wasn't too bad, I guess. So from there, I had to drive back home, and when I got home, it was like 10 minutes before my mom came out from her work. So I didn't really get to do anything. So I came just I drank another coffee, and then I went to pick up my mom at her work. And from there, she needed to go do some things in the other town that I was talking about. So we went straight over there again from there. So I didn't get to go home yet. It's my birthday today, so I wanted to I just wanted to, I guess, be at home today. But I said, no, fine, I'll come along. So we went back over there, and we went to a few different stores, and then we bought a cake for my birthday, and my mom and I think I already said we don't really have a really good relationship, so I don't really like being there. But I don't like arguing, and I like keeping things well, calm and civil. So um, but I wanted to go back home. We went to different stores, and she had to do something to do with another doctor, I think, first. I don't remember. But from there, we went to a we went to a store to buy me a cake, and the car started uh, breaking down on the parking lot. So this isn't the first time that, well, this the car has a ton of issues, and it's been having it breaks down every now and then. So the car started stopping. So then we turned it back on, and we'll drive for a bit, and then it stopped again. So we had to park there, and we thought, well, that's great because we spent like, I don't know, maybe another 2 or 3 hours there. So we wanted to go back home, but the car was breaking down again, and then it just completely broke down, and it wouldn't turn back on anymore. So I checked the engine, and I was trying to figure out what we could do, but we're not we didn't know what to do. And then my mom messaged my grandparents, and well, they said that they weren't going to be in the area because they live in Mexico, so they don't really come over here often, but they only come here every now and then, like for my little brother's birthday, which was in September. They came over here. So they said that they weren't going to be in the area, and that they weren't going to come to my birthday again, because they haven't really come to my birthday, and they don't go to my birthdays anymore. And well, she messaged them, and they said actually, I guess they lied, and they were actually in the area, but they don't want to tell us. But at the end that they were gonna come and see what they could do, because my grandpa's he he's worked a lot on cars. He was a mechanic, I think, at one point, or he was studying for it, but he never was. So they came, and then we started. Well, my grandpa was looking at the car, so we went. We decided to go to the nearest like car shop, or like something that sells car tools. And my grandpa was gonna buy like a tool he needed to open up. There was an issue with, we thought that something was wrong with the car's battery, so we went to buy like a tool thing that my grandpa needed to check that. And so the car turned back on, and we had to drive it like that all the way to the nearest car shop. So that while my grandpa was working on the car, my mom and grandma decided to start talking about well, everything that's happened in the last 3 days. So usually my or I used to have a really great relationship with my grandparents, until this year, when there's a there's a ton of stuff that's happened. So sorry for making this like really complicated. Uh, my family has a really complicated history. So I have a very good relationship with my grandparents, but my mom really hated them, so they didn't talk to each other for several years. And then last year they reconnected, basically, and um, now they're doing everything for her. And now in turn, they're kind of, well, they didn't really like my mom either. And I won't talk about it today, but I might make more of these and talk about all these other things later on. Um, they would have to. They've always been there to protect me from my mom sometimes, and sometimes I had to end up like leaving her, and I had to stay with them for a couple of days or weeks at sometimes. So they've always been mostly against her too. And this year, that's kind of changed, and now they've been doing everything for my mom, and now they've been really against me. And it's almost like they've completely changed. So my mom started talking about how sad she was when she saw my cuts, and then they just started. Well, she started talking to my grandma about it, and I was there to hear. So I didn't. She didn't tell me about any of this, but apparently like she stayed up all night after she saw my cuts, and that she was crying, and that she couldn't calm down. And then the next day she went to her work, and how like all her co-workers apparently noticed that she was like completely different. And how my mom started basically telling everyone. She started telling all her friends, her co-workers, well, my grandparents, because I didn't tell them and I didn't want them to know, but I guess they knew already. uh well, my mom was telling everyone well, what happened with me. But she left out the part where I actually cut myself. So I guess like in order to not make her to make it, well, I'm not really sure why she lied, but she told everyone basically that I had thoughts about hurting myself, but that I guess that I haven't done that yet. But that she was telling all her friends, her coworkers, well, my grandparents. I'm not sure who else she told. So then it basically turned into like another. It took like another 2 hours with fixing the car there, like an hour or two. And well, I just started like my grandma started and my grandpa would chime in sometimes talking about how selfish I was for thinking about doing that. And they started talking about how like how great my mom is. They were pretty mad, and they were telling me they just went on and on about how great she was, and how like she might be one of the greatest people on earth, I guess. And that it was really wrong for me to be doing that, and that because of my fault that she was crying all night, and that she was I guess feeling pretty sad. And they started shaming me for I guess causing that. And then well, when I went to the therapy thing yesterday for the first time, my mom also ended up going, and she kind of basically made herself the victim. And like the therapist that she talked to yesterday was the one that I talked to today. So I guess he let me know more. But I guess in order to calm her down, or I'm not sure why, he kind of like supported everything that she was saying and feeling, and was kind of making it seem like, yeah, that it was my fault, and that she was going through some she was the victim here basically. So she kind of made, well, that's I guess the issue, that she made everything about. And then it was my birthday today, and my grandparents are like, oh, happy birthday. And that's kind of it. Like I said, they said they couldn't come, or they didn't want to, because they're not in the area, but they actually were. They only told us after the car broke down, and they couldn't help. um so basically, and I was talking to my brother, and he tells me the same thing, because sometimes I feel like maybe I am in the wrong. I'm starting to feel a lot of guilt what they're saying. But that, yeah, that it was I guess kind of weird that she's making this whole thing about herself, when the whole thing started because she saw my cuts. And they're kind of brushing that aside more because of the way she feels like everyone's pretty mad at me for that, and saying like, oh, look what I did to her in return, like this is my fault. So she's I guess she's always been that way, but she made this whole this whole thing about herself. And well, today when I talked to the therapist in the morning, the one that she talked to, I told him about a lot of these things, and well, he kind of agrees with me that I guess it's like it's weird how I guess maybe she's making herself the victim and the focus here. She's making it all about herself basically. So yeah, I had to well, I I was pretty mad, and I was fighting back tears, but I stayed with a smile and just I guess just nodded and yeah, accepted that yeah, this is all my fault, and that I was sorry for I guess wanting to kill myself and in turn making my mom sad. Uh, and they just kept telling me that over and over again, up until they finished the car, and we were gonna leave now. Oh, yeah, we were all gonna leave, and my grandpa wasn't really like doing. He wasn't really involved in that conversation. He was fixing the car, and sometimes I would go and like help him, and he would like show me like, oh, this is where this goes and this is where that goes. But right before he left, he grabbed my arm and he looked me in the eyes, which he never does, and he told me he speaks in Spanish, but he told me basically hey make sure you help your mom. That this whole thing, I guess what my mom what my mom's been telling everyone, and I guess what she thinks is that I don't know why she thinks that the reason why I hurt myself and wanted to do all this was because she told me to clean a table, which I don't remember, and I asked my brother, and he also says he doesn't remember. But apparently last week she told me to clean the table, and that I was pretty angry, and that she's never seen me angry before, and she thinks that's what caused it. So now my grandparents are thinking that I was. Well, I guess I forgot to talk about this. The big thing, I guess, is that now everyone thinks that the reason why I've been feeling this way was because I don't want to clean the table, I guess, and they think that I'm basically like lazy. So he told me oh, make sure you help her, and I shouldn't be complaining for just I guess doing something so simple, and how really more useful here. I've talked about it before a few times, but I'm kind of the one that does everything here. Like I pay for the groceries, I pay for the bills with my school's financial aid, and um, I take care of my little brothers. I put the gas in my mom's car. I kind of basically do everything here now, and that's I guess part of issue with here. And I've thought about leaving sometimes. And back in the I think in August, uh, they got into a huge argument. They almost ended up leaving, and I was gonna. Well, she was gonna kick me out, so I was gonna be homeless for a while. So there's a lot of that basically and like others like my teachers. Sometimes I'll talk to them about this. They tell me that if it weren't for me and then yeah, if it weren't for me, things would fall apart here really quickly. And like there was times like last summer when she couldn't pay for the I think the car's insurance or the electric bill or both. or the rent, and we were right about to get kicked out of the apartment, and I had to. I can't remember what I did. I think I had like a hidden $20 bill in my one of my backpack or something. I was able to pay. I was missing $20, and I ended up finding a $10 bill, so I paid it. I had exactly what I needed at the last second. Like it was on the final day for they were going to kick us out. So I if it wasn't for me that day, we wouldn't be here right now in the apartment. And there's a lot of times where things like that happen. So basically, again, I'm kind of in charge of everything, and things would fall apart if I wasn't here. So what my grandpa and my grandparents were saying was that basically that I'm really useful here, and that if I were to do something like hurt myself or something, then things would fall apart. So basically the only reason they're telling me not to hurt myself and to stay here is just because well, basically my mom needs me, and I guess there's no other reason. I just feel like I'm not really important to anyone, or like I don't really matter. Apart from that, just she uses me for my money, and then that's it. And now my mom thinks everyone's like on her side. So I guess she feels like she's even more like in the right here. So I had to. Well, the drive back was felt like really long back home. Uh, so then we finally get back home, and we bring out the we got food, and we bring out the cake. So my mom gets some other food, and she immediately goes to her room, and my brother does too. So I eat alone, and then well, she asked me, do I want to sing the? Does she want me to sing Happy Birthday? No, do I want her to sing Happy Birthday? Yeah. So I said, well, yeah, sure. So she lit the candles, quickly sang Happy Birthday, got a slice of the cake, and then just immediately went to her room. So um, that's how it usually goes. So I'm usually pretty lonely every um, birthday. So I guess I'm glad that she did sing Happy Birthday and got me a cake. Um, but I wish that they would at least stay for a while there. And then while we were cutting the cake, my little brother he told me that he feels a little sad, and that he asked me how come well, if my other brother was gonna come. Now I told him no, that he's in school right now. So he asked me if another brother that lives with my dad, who lives in another town from here, if he was gonna come, and I told him he's not. So then he asked me if my grandparents were coming, because basically like my entire family and all his friends went on his birthday, which was in September. So he asked me like, oh, where's he at? And so I told him he's not here. Is he coming? He's not coming. Um, and he asked me how come like my grandparents went to his birthdays. How come they go to his birthdays but they never come to mine? And then he asked me if I had any friends like his that were gonna come over. Well, I told him no, and he asked me how come I never have any. How come no one ever comes to my birthdays? Basically, yeah. So that made me pretty sad. I told him just no one, no one, no one's coming, and like right now on YouTube, no one said anything. On Twitter, only one. Uh, I guess celebrated my birthday or wished me happy birthday. Is this something that's never gonna, something that's always happened every birthday, I guess. And so he left with my mom, and that's it. And while I ate alone, now I'm here in my room recording this. There's um there's a lot more, I guess. There's so much context missing between me and my mom, and why our relationship is pretty bad. Yeah, with my grandparents too. But it's recording's going on for 41 minutes, so, and I feel like I'm just rambling right now, and no one's really going to listen, I guess. And I guess that's that. I have another appointment coming on Thursday, and well, I wanted to talk about this with someone, but people don't really do that anymore. Hardly anyone ever responds to anything with me now. So yeah, I guess that's it. Now, um, great great day, I guess, for my birthday. And then this December in general has been, it's been pretty bad because my great grandma died not in December but on the 31st of November, so one day before, and then we have a funeral coming up on the 10th, and then well, they took away my financial aid because I failed the semester last. I failed all of my classes last semester, my art classes. So it's been really struggling to pay for the bills, and we have a bill coming up on the December 14th, electric bill, and I have no idea how I'm gonna pay for that. And I talked about that in the therapy, and I, I don't know what I want to do about that. I wish I could get commissions, which I also still in therapy. Uh, that I really want to make another one of these, or I wanted to make a video talking about just my art journey in general, how bad that's been. And I really wish I could use my talent, or my passion, and my skill to be able to get commissions during times like these. But I opened commissions on 2023, then in 2024, and then earlier this year, and I only managed to get one. So I really don't think it's gonna happen again. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. And then I posted only on Blue Sky, kind of like a little, I guess, like a little agenda. um, all of the things I plan to draw and release this month, and this might be the last month that I continue with with this art stuff, I basically showed like I have like five maybe work in progress art drawings that I want to release this year. So I'm going to really need to lock in and finish those ASAP if I want to release them this month. And yeah, it's just me out. I'm not sure if I'm able to finish all of them, which I really hope I can. But this December is looking when I'm willing to. I have to need a lot of caffeine for this. It's gonna be tiring, but it's the final month, and I really want to try my best this month at least. If it's the final, I'll do what I can. Um, so I know this December. I've known December was gonna be tiring, and every December always goes really bad. Some really big things happened last December, and then the December before that, 2023 December, some really big things resulted with me moving away from my dad, and now we don't really talk anymore because of that. Every December is always a disaster, so I knew it was coming, and it's only the fourth, and there's already a lot that's happened. So yeah, I guess that's it. My recording thingy here shows that it's not recording anymore, but it still has a timer at 46 minutes, so I'm not sure if any of this is even being recorded. Um, but yeah, I hope everyone has a good day or good night. And just a great December. You know, I don't want people to. I wouldn't wish this on anyone else. So I guess I'll make more of these. There's a lot of things I need to talk about with art. So take care. I guess take care. Stay safe. Never don't let. I guess a lot of this happens because of my art. I'm mostly giving up and quitting because of it's just been hate for every single entire life. So I guess don't let anyone stop you from doing what you like. And if you're I guess I can't really say yet because I'm really starting with the therapy things, but I would recommend to anyone if anyone's like me, I guess be honest, and if you go to therapy, like I guess be open to getting that help. uh, some of the don't push away the people that want to help you, I guess is what I'm gonna say. So yeah, stay safe. I hope you are looking forward to the art this month, and oh yeah. Goodbye.